Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more FIFA 18 gameplay here. We're going to start off our Unite to Conquer Ultimate Team series. As you guys see here, these are the rules. We have to make sure that we have a minimum of 4 ATL players, starting with that silver squad, and the teams available are listed there. So we're basically going to be starting off with a silver to bronze team. You guys are going to see it on the screen. As you see here, I just went into the foot catalog and bought all of the balls and kits that I could, and we're going to quick sell all of those and get some more coins. I have already messed around with the squad obviously a little bit to get the squad that we have. As you see, I have a 4-0 record, but all of those games have been played offline. One of those games being squad battles that I actually tried to record, but the video did not come out. And then the other 3 were just offline seasons to try to get some packs and whatnot through the challenges for the starter packs. So we're going to start off the episode going back into squad battles. I am playing on Legendary. Ultimate is far too hard from everything that I have heard, so I haven't tried yet. I'm not going to try it until we have a good enough team to for sure beat that first squad battles match, which I did beat on Legendary, but obviously this team is not going to really cut it in terms of beating a decent squad in that first match. So as you can see, we do have lone players on the bench. I did make sure that those lone players are from teams that I have seen and are available for this series. Again, if you guys don't really understand the idea of the teams that I chose, over the past year, obviously Atlanta United has played all of the teams in the MLS minus Seattle, but I did get the chance to go to Portland and Seattle and watch both Sounders and Timbers games. So that gave me a very good opportunity to see all the MLS teams in the league by the end of the season. And then also for the past month, 5 weeks, I was actually in Europe, traveling Europe and watching more matches. So I've been able to see some of the best teams in the world play, and those are going to be some of the teams that are available for us to play with. So any team that is in the list is a team that I have personally seen play live, or I will by the end of the MLS season. Mainly obviously Minnesota, Toronto being the 2 main ones that we have left to see from Atlanta United. If you guys do remember in my videos in the past couple days, I have said that I'm not a fan of Kenlyn Jones in this game, but he has worked out a little bit for me here in Ultimate Team. He's still not perfect, but with this silver squad around him, I do have to play slower. I do not play the same way that I play in career mode, so he fits a little bit better into this team, but I do have to play very differently than I do with Miguel Almiron and Joseph Martinez, obviously. So in this episode, we're going to try to just get our coins up and try to start bringing in some gold players. We're going to start off really just trying to make the Atlanta United aspect of it better before we actually start branching out into other teams. Here you see just a really bad pass. I attempted to throw the ball over the defense, went straight into the path of their team, and Ronaldo is actually able to grab a goal there. So I don't think that's prime R9, but definitely a good player nonetheless. As you see here in the 34th minute, I just go ahead and make the substitutions. Cristiano Ronaldo, Aubameyang, and Asensio are all going to come onto the pitch. Obviously, again, all 3 teams I have seen play. If you guys want me to do more of a breakdown on like what matches I went to see and like what games I saw, I can totally do that. Just really quickly, I did see Dortmund and Bayern play each other, and then I also saw Real Madrid, Barcelona. So definitely had a really good opportunity to catch some really big games while I was in Europe. So as we move on to into the game, we hit the end of the first half at 1-1. Definitely going to be not necessarily the result I wanted, but a good place to go into the second half, especially with making the changes in the team. I was pretty confident that, you know, Aubameyang and Ronaldo would be able to make a good enough difference. And here the ref blows the whistle right before the for the end of the first half, and I'm just on the perfect run in a goal scoring opportunity. You know, it's not just an easy breakaway stuck in my own half or at the halfway line. I was fully in on goal, so I'm not entirely sure why the ref called it right there. But I did say in the last video that I uploaded, the refs are a little weird in this game, and they're just not quite making a ton of sense to me. And again here, another bad pass. Really, the 2 goals I conceded in this game were both avoidable completely, that I could have won this game easily 2 to 3-0. I had a lot of opportunities to score, but they did not have that many opportunities to score. And both Ronaldo and Mesut Ozil are actually able to score a couple goals and go 2-1 up. And in the 90th minute, they have one more opportunity here, but we managed to shut it down, and we tried to go on a little bit of a counter-attack here, but really couldn't find as much of an opening that I was looking for. And this game really just, it didn't feel right, I guess. The team didn't feel like I was strong enough to take on the team that I was playing, even with the substitutions that I made early on in the game. So we're gonna take a break from squad battles for this episode. Really, I'm probably gonna do anytime I record either 1 or 2 games per episode, or 2 or 3 games per episode, and then 1 or 2 squad battles in that episode, and then we'll play obviously our division matches as well, because I do want to make sure that we do stay in squad battles. I'll show you where this puts us in the placing. We did win that first game that I played off camera, and then we obviously lost this game on legendary, so I believe we got 400 points for that, which leaves us kind of in a bad spot. I think as of now that puts us in silver 1, which obviously we want to be somewhere in that gold to elite range for the best chance at really good, you know, coin to pack ratio without really overdoing it and trying to go for top 100 with a squad that we really don't have that great of a team right now. Maybe in the future we can start pushing for that top 100, but as of right now I don't see myself winning all 4 games on legendary or ultimate with the team that I have. So once we start beating legendary pretty easily, we'll move up to ultimate and try to give it a shot. I believe I did try to play it once on Xbox and did not have a good run at all, but again didn't have that strong of a team either. So really we're trying to look for that gold 1, gold 2, maybe even elite 3 range. Obviously this spans across the entire week, so this was recorded a couple days ago. I'm going to record a little bit more today, which will give us the chance to play a few more matches for this this refresh of opponents, and then we can get in on through the week and try to get that high placing for the coins and packs that we can get. Here, as you guys see, Yamil Assad actually picked up a red card in the last game, and Mark Bloom ended up picking up an injury, so we do have to shift stuff around just a little bit. I was thinking, you know, maybe I should bring in Patrice Evra, but really there was never going to be any chemistry there. Looked at bringing in maybe Mikey Ambrose before realizing that I had Andrew Carlton sitting in that left mid spot. So just kind of playing around with some ideas, looking at players that I could move around and what I could really try to do. Brandon Vasquez, try to get him into the team, and then again I've realized that I had Andrew Carlton sitting out there on the left, so to bring chemistry up a little bit, we are going to move Brandon Vasquez to the right. Just really trying to play around with the team. Again, I was realizing at this point that I definitely needed to bring in some reinforcements. I was getting to that coin total to bring in Miggy, and then most likely bring in Gonzalez Perez as well. So hopefully we can get LGP in and Miggy into the team soon. And then we're going to be looking at maybe getting Tito Villalba in, and then maybe we'll start looking to branch out the team a little bit until we get that Joseph Martinez card. I need about 10k coins for that. And then Yamil Assad's card was announced yesterday for Team of the Week, which is a 78 card, which looks incredible. The pace still isn't that high, but he'll definitely be a really good player to have cut inside and play next to Miguel Almiron. So that's definitely a card that I'm going to be looking to get as well. It looks like both of them should be going around discard value. We'll see now that Joseph Martinez is out of the Team of the Week how expensive he's going to be. I know a few YouTubers are actually starting to either pack him and use him kind of by accident, or are starting to hear from other YouTubers that it's a good card to use. So that's kind of putting us at a little bit of a disadvantage. If I can't get that card soon, the price is going to go up and make it a little bit more difficult. Here, again, the defense was just a little weak, a little slow, and it put us out of position. This guy doesn't have the strongest team in the world, not the best chemistry, but he does have a few pacey players. I believe Doumbia is in the squad. Nadaya ends up scoring here. I believe that's the ex-Chelsea man, the youngster. I might be wrong on that, but he ends up getting the first goal in the game, and we go 1-0 down in the 32nd minute. Alec Khan still in goal. Trying to see how much he can really do for us. We may end up upgrading him as a keeper as well. I did get in my starter pack, I picked Argentina, and we managed to pack Caballero. So he is actually a pretty decent option that we could bring in. I am actually really impressed by Chris Goslin. Even though it is a bronze card, he is doing very well to get in really good positions, and gets a nice little pass over to Kenwyne Jones to bring the game back to 1-1 in the 54th minute. We're going to make a few substitutions after this, going into the rest of the second half, trying to get a little bit more goals. We're going to bring in our substitutions, our lone players, and try to just go ahead and shore up this win. Like I said, the lone players we are using are definitely players that we have available. Here in the 68th minute, Michael Parkhurst actually gives away a penalty. A little bit of a bad tackle right there on the edge of the box. Got a little unlucky that he fell into the box and gave away the penalty. But RVP steps up to take it against Alec, and I figured, you know, it's early on in FIFA, nobody really is still comfortable with penalties, so I stayed down the middle. Alec falls to the right and is able to save that penalty. So we're looking good so far. I still felt like I was playing on the back foot a little bit, and Wagner Love actually manages to grab himself a goal here and put us 2-1 down in the 75th minute. Again, at this point, I've already made my substitutions. We already have our really good players in the field. I'm just trying to kind of feel it out and feel out how those players work into this lineup. Again, I'm playing a different style to play with Kenwyne Jones, so once I end up not having Kenwyne in the game or having pacier players around him, it kind of changes the style of play that I'm going to be using. So even though I had Ronaldo on the pitch, it kind of took me a minute to get comfortable with Ronaldo on the pitch, and Ronaldo actually just manages to get that ball from Kenwyne, cut it inside, and pass it to Kagawa, who is able to get it past the keeper in the 81st minute to bring the game to 2-2. And now I'm feeling a little bit better. If we come out with a draw, it's not too bad. It's the first game of FIFA 18 in divisions, but Kenwyne Jones manages a really good strike here. Brandon Vasquez picks up the ball and passes it into Kagawa, who's able to grab his brace and give us that 3-2 lead going into the 89th minute, and basically shoring up our victory so long as we can do well in the back. So they're able to get the ball here, and they're just going to try to work their way straight down the pitch, trying to do a little bit of a kickoff cheesy glitch, but a little bit of a bad pass, and it's going to go out of bounds here. So we managed to hold on for the time being. Alec kicks the ball out, just trying to waste time, see how far we can get it up the pitch and out of their possession. Kagawa trying to go for the ball one more time, which I will say he does feel really good in this game. If you guys do have a Bundesliga squad or can kind of work him in wherever you can, he's definitely a good player to bring in. Like I said, I've been using him as a substitute, and he's come in and done the job for me really well. I don't really know how he fits into the team currently with Miguel Almiron coming in, but I'm sure we can definitely find him a place on the substitute bench for sure until we can kind of work him in for chemistry purposes. Obviously, having those players in the squad where I'm forced to keep at least 3 players in, it does force me to kind of work around certain players and decide what players I want to keep in the team and how I'm going to kind of keep chemistry up on that. So if you guys have any suggestions on what players I should bring in within the teams available, let me know. As you guys see here, I managed to pick up Perez and Almiron. After that win, I had the coins for it, and then I think we're only a few coins off from getting Tito Villalba, so he should be joining in the next episode as well. So let me know down in the comment section below who you guys think I should pick up and what formation should I really be playing, because this formation is getting a little bit dry, a little bit too defensive in Ultimate Team, and I think I need to switch it up and maybe play in a 4-1-4-1 is kind of where I'm thinking, and then maybe getting in another midfielder to play with Miggy alongside Chris McCann. So let me know in the comment section down below, and that's going to be the end of this episode. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, I will see you guys later.